Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening. How is everyone doing? Let me drop my camera. How is everyone doing on tonight? I am so glad to have all of you here, all of you that have joined. I see that Real Talk with Lady D is here. Thank you for coming. Karma is a art is here. I appreciate you all coming. This is going to be an interesting night. I just believe that it's going to be an interesting night. I want to thank all of you for coming. Uh, this will be part two of my interview with the legendary Sparkle. Sparkle, I dropped the link. Do you see it? If need be, I'll drop it again for you. Um, but this is the second part two of my interview with Sparkle. I know at the end of the first interview uh, a week ago, they were asking if it would be a part two, and I told them absolutely we would do a part two. So here we are tonight to try to address some things and all and see maybe if we can get a little resolution going. I don't know. But this is the Eagle Soaring High, Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles. I am your host, Minister Antoine Williams, aka Eagle Soaring High, and this is Let's Talk with Eagles. Let's talk with Eagles. I'm at right quick, and I rebuked the enemy right now. Um, I'm going to come to the chat, greet you all, and then we're going to go from there. Strange Sparkle is here. Uh, I think she's having a little technical difficulties, so we're going to give her a chance to come back. She popped up backstage, but lost connection or something. So let's see. Real Talk with Lady D is here. God bless you. Thank you for coming, my sister. My sister. I am so excited uh, for our friendship, sis, because there is some great things that's going to come out of our meeting. This was, I just believe it was by divine. Or can you all hear me? I need to make sure you all can hear me before I can continue on. If you can hear me, can you put a one in the chat for me? Put a one in the chat for me. So Real Talk with Lady D is here. Welcome. Karma is a biatch is here. Uh, welcome, my sister. Uh, she's one of my newest moderators. Yes, she is. I see you back here, Sparkle. I'm gonna leave you backstage for a little while, so I can get through the introductions and things, and then I'm going to bring you up. But it's good to see. Look at you, looking all fabulous. Look at you, sis. All right, Karma. Uh, if you're still in the building, can you go and pull up Real Talk with Lady D's her channel and drop it? Do you know how to do that? And if you do, can you go to Real Talk with Lady D's channel and drop her link in the chat so that people can know. I want you all to stop by and support my sister, Real Talk with Lady D. She is an awesome young lady. She's powerful. She's a powerful servant of God, and it's just a joy when I get to thank you, Karma. Thank you, sis. Uh, that I get to hook up with her. So I take it that you all can hear me. Um, let's see. Let me drop the rules of the house very quickly. And I know I don't have to do it because many of you come in and you all have been very respectable. But I'm going to ask that you all come in, that when you come, that you be respectable. Myself and my guests and everyone in the chat, uh, that if you're not comfortable addressing Sparkle as her or she, I'm going to ask if you could just address her as Sparkle. As long as you come in and you're being respectful, I will not block you. There is no need to block anyone when you come in, and you're respectful towards everyone, including myself and my guests. So you don't have to worry. All opinions and thoughts are welcomed here. I try to make this a safe place for everyone to come in and voice their opinions and things. Sharon Sellers said, "Hi, Eagle, Sparkle, Mods, and chat." As soon as I let Sparkle up, I'm allow all. So yes, I know that you all will be respectable, so I don't have to really ask it. But I want you to know that I thank you and I appreciate all of you in advance for being respectable when you come in, whether we agree or not, or whether we have come to the conclusion that my guest is not being truthful or not, but that you're still being respectable. I appreciate that. My guests appreciate you for that. So now that I've said that, we're going to take just a quick 30-second break, and then I'm gonna come back, share some things, wall, and then I'm going to pray, and I'm gonna explain why I'm going to pray. But I'll be back shortly. Stay with me. This is the Eagle Soaring High Channel 2 Fireside Chat with Eagles, and this is one of my newest installments to my channel. Let's talk with Eagles. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Let's see. God bless you. Let's come on. What this thing is just, you're not going. Ooh, the devil is a lie. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. I want to say this. I'm getting ready to do some new content for my first channel, Eagle Soaring High Channel 1. I was sitting at the table, drinking some coffee and doing what I usually do when I get up, and the Lord dropped something in my spirit to do. And I had never thought of doing what he dropped in my spirit. But I said, that is going to be an awesome thing for me to do. So I want you all to get ready and keep an eye out on my first channel, Eagle Soaring High Channel 1, because I'm getting ready to introduce something new. And well, I'll just tell you, because I may do a video to introduce it, and I may not. So this is what the Lord dropped in my spirit. I was sitting at the table again, having my coffee and probably watching Teddy, Unwind with Teddy, and the Lord dropped this in my spirit to do, to have what he calls honoring and saluting content creators and subscribers. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do these videos honoring you subscribers and you content creators. They tell you to give a person their flowers while they can yet smell them. And so I'm going to do that, and it's coming soon. Hey, Associate Minister. And so that's coming soon to my first channel. Again, this is the Eagle Soaring High Channel 2 Fireside Chat with Eagles. I am your host, Minister Antoine Williams, aka Eagle Soaring High. I want you all to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channels. If you have not, I would love to have you a part of my Eagles community. Once again, I need to know if you all can hear me clearly. Is there any static or anything? Am I going in and out? If you can hear me clearly, can you drop a 1 in the comment, in the chat? 1 in the chat. So that's what I'm going to do for my first channel. So you all look out for that. You never know what day is going to be your day to be honored and saluted by me. So I said that I wanted to pray because there is a content creator that I just found out that is subscribed to me. Thank you, Associate Minister. I appreciate that. Associate Minister, can you go and find Sparkle's channel? I think it's Legendary Sparkle. If you can go and copy her link and bring it and put it in the chat, I'll appreciate that. If you will, thank you, sir. Please and thank you. The content creator, and I did not know because I had not been on YouTube. I hadn't got on yet, and my guest, she DM'd me to let me know about this content creator. Many of you probably already know her, Roxy Verse. She is in the hospital, and she's there because the doctors have found blood clots on her lungs. So before we dive into this interview again, I definitely want to pray, say a word of prayer for her, that God would bless her and send her a miracle. After I'm done praying, I'm going to run to the chat, run through and greet everyone again, and then I'm going to bring my guest up so that we can dive right into this this interview. All right, let's pray. Let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, God, I thank you. I thank you for being the God that is bigger than our problems and bigger than our issues, bigger than our situations and circumstance. You're bigger than the afflictions in our body. When you step in the room, God, they tell me that every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that you are Lord. And so now, right now, Father, we come to lift up Roxy Verse to you right now. We place her in your hands, Father. We ask that you would just touch her body now. Touch her from the crowns of her head to the sole of her precious feet, God. Touch her now. Send the healing virtue, God. If you don't decide to touch, we know that you can speak and the healing will take place. You can blink and the healing will take place. You can nod and shake your head and the healing will take place. And so, God, we now release healing upon her body now, from the crowns of her head to the sole of her precious feet, God. Touch her now in her body, God. Release the healing. We command that her body begin to heal. We speak to her lungs right now when we command that those blood clots begin to dry up, that they begin to dry up and never show up again, God. Is there any balm in Gilead? Yes, there is a balm in Gilead, God. You said with your stripes we are healed. So we take a stripe off your back and we place it upon my sister Roxy Verse's body right now, and we release the healing here in the chat and all over this YouTube streets. We stretch out our faith and we release it now, God. We release it, God, that she shall receive a miracle, that she shall receive a healing on today, God. You are the God. You are the doctor who is bigger than all doctors, God. You can see all situations and you can fix them. You can turn them around. You can turn them around in her favor, God. So now we place her in your hands and place our body in your hands and command that our body begin to heal right now. That again, the blood clots begin to dry up and not move and go no further, but they will dry up and fall out of her body. This we ask in your darling son's Jesus' name for the forgiveness of all of our sins. We decree and declare her healing right now in your son's name. This we pray. All that agree, say amen, amen, amen. Real Talk says, Eagle, you froze. No one's mad but the devil. That's right. You know it. The devil is a liar. He is a liar on tonight. All right, let me run through the chat once again to greet everyone. We have Real Talk with Lady D is in the house. Karma is up. Each is in the house. My moderator, Sharon Sailors, is in the house. God bless you. Thank you all for coming. And Associate Minister is in the house on today. And so we thank all of you. We thank all of you and we appreciate you all for coming to hang out in the nest once again with us. Let's see. Let me run through some of your comments once, and then we're going to bring Sparkle up. And then we're going to dive right into this interview. Lady D says, I'm here, friend, and chat. Yes. Karma says, hello at Real Talk with Lady D. Good to see you. She says, thank you. Karma says, I'm on it. Thank you. Real Talk with Lady D says, thanks, hon. Karma says, Real Talk says to Karma, God bless you. Sharon Sellers, how you doing, sis? She says, hi, Eagle, Sparkles, mods, and chat. Real Talk says, yes, you are Karma. Thanks. Associate Minister says, hello, Eagles. Soren, hi, good evening. Good evening to you too, my brother. Associate Minister says, reminding viewers of this YouTube live stream, please set all alarm on an alarm on your cell phones for each of these wonderful, informative, and entertaining YouTube lives, stream broadcasts. Thank you. He says to please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps the channel get a positive rating for the YouTube algorithm. It also helps this channel's video to be exposed to more on subscribers. Associate Minister says, Eagles are on high. I can see and hear you clearly. No lag, no echo. Sharon Seller says, legendary sparkles. Thank you, sis. Sharon says it's spelled differently. Real Talk with Lady D says, praying for a speedy recovery. Yes. Sharon Seller says, at Legendary Sparkles. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. Sharon Seller says, Roxy Verse got the praying hands. Yes. Karma said, has praying hands for Miss Roxy. And Real Talk with Lady D says that I froze. Eagles, you froze. No one's mad but the devil, you know it. Associate Minister says, Eagles are on high. I see 2 YouTube channels. Okay, 1 Legendary Sparkles and Legendary Sparkle 15. Which YouTube channel? Up and tell you, Karma says, oh, the devil is a lie. Don't be blanking out on me now. Not today. Karma says, amen. Sharon Seller says, at Legendary Sparkle. So I think that's it, Karma. Karma says, put the link in there. Thank both of you, Associate Minister and Karma. You all are really on it. I appreciate you all so very much. Sharon Seller says, neither of those are hers. Doesn't have an A in the word legendary. Okay. All right. Now that we done got through that, now, without further ado, my guest, you seen her first interview here, and she's really no stranger to the YouTube streets, and she is a strong-minded person who has strong thought, commentary, but yes, she still stands through all storms. So without further ado, will you help me welcome to the nest once again, the legendary Sparkle. All right, here we go.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Hi, my Eagles. Yes, sir. The masquerade is tonight. I'm all right, blessed and highly divinely favored. And how are you tonight?
Wonderful. I am doing good. I'm hoping that everybody will come in that was here in the first, because they're not here, but and we'll be able to let you address, but whether or not we're still going to give you the questions and let you address the things that took place. Whoops. We lost Sparkle. Let me drop the link again and see. There she is. Let me put her back up.
Yeah, I think I refreshed my phone. I'm sorry by accident. What's up, everybody?
I'm going to mute myself, let you greet the people and tell them who you are and where they can find you.
Okay.
And then I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you. Hey, everybody. What's going on? I'm here, fabulous as can be. This is the one and only legendary Sparkle. I am. You can just look up Legendary Sparkle on YouTube, and I should be the first one up, or either Strange, was actually Strange Sparkle for the Pride Month but you can just put in Strange Sparkle and it should come up my channel. But if you put in Legendary, I just went and did it myself. I'm the first one that comes up with the Lord protection or something it has up there. The Lord, like a saying. That's my channel with 202 subscribers and prayerfully growing. But thank you to my Eagles and to everybody in the building. I'm hoping more of my contenders, my legendary contenders will, file on in once they see and hear. And let me say this, since the last interview, I know there's some spies and people that, come in just to see what's going to be said or who or maybe talked about. So for the most part, I probably won't be mentioning content creators by names. So I'll probably just be mentioning, giving them a little code name. And I guess me and Eagles, I can chat with him backstage, and then he can, if he chooses to, he can tell you, or he can share the content creators.
That's fine.
Names. But y'all are in for an interview tonight, and this is a no holds barred interview. I hope nobody gets offended, nobody gets, in their fifi, aka their feelings. But there's going to be a lot that may be discussed tonight. So, but you can start, my Eagles. Thank you so much, my big Eagles. I've been excited and waiting and ready for this. So,
yes. I'm glad to have you here again, sis. I really am. You are one of to me, in my eyes, the best, and you've always been kind to me and respectable to me. So I love you so much, my sister. And I just really want to give the people the opportunity to get to know a little bit more about you, as well as I get to know more about you, and show a side to you that they've probably never seen before. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, definitely.
So my first question to you, Sparkle, is from the first interview that we did a week ago. Have you received any feedback from the first interview?
Yes, I have, and it's mostly been I don't want to say negative, but I guess that's the word that's best, most fitting. Not negative. Everybody has positive, as in regards to, all of our people, associate minister, and all of our people that rock, that that support and love us. But there's also been a little, and every once in a while they had with the yin there comes the yang. So, but the main thing that people focus on, and somebody actually went and did a reply video to a video that I did. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm sure they sent one of their flunkies in instead of them coming in and being a grown woman and addressing me as the grown woman that they're supposed to be. And they just did a video in there basically telling me to move on and go away and this, that, and the third. But if you don't see it for us trans women, then I suggest, it obviously is something in us that inadequates your womanhood, because, you can't even come up and have a grown woman conversation, of why you dislike or what your reasons are. So I choose not to engage with those people. I actually dropped the link in my video, and then they dropped the link, but they did it underhanded, as in dropped the link, but I wasn't even aware of what was going on, so they obviously didn't want there to be any kind of peace or any kind of moving forward, but they just put it out there as such. So, but for the most part, there has always been, this little secret jealousy or, unknown hate with the trans women and even the trans men that I'm finding, as, oh, y'all will never be women or y'all will never be men. And, and I don't know what other trans women or men goals are, but I'm trying to be me, a prodigy of the Lord. And, that's just it. So, but, people are going to be people. And that's why I wave my flag today. And happy Father's Day to you and to all the fathers, cousins, uncles, brothers, nephews, grandfathers, and people that play the fatherly role, mothers that play fathers, and, people that are in the golden stream where we're all striving to get to, you know. I just had to say that.
Yes. Well, thank you. Now, I know that this is not one of the questions that I sent you, and you don't have to answer. I won't be mad. You can decline. But do you have a relationship with God?
Always, always, always. I wouldn't have, if I didn't have a relationship with the Most High, I wouldn't be, as blessed and as goldified is what I like to say. I was going to say glorified, but I had to, put my little spin on it. Goldified and as humble and as appreciative as I have been. Like I said, and this actually leads into one of the other questions. I stated that I was homeless and stayed in the church cemetery, and a lot of other things. But that was due to me and my relatives not getting along where I was. And I guess just once you be around people so much, you get tired. You get tired of each other, and then there's a lot of other things were going on as my other relative was getting sick, and it just was a lot. And it was a small place where I was, and then when I went to my father's side of the family, things weren't done right, and people weren't done right, and that's why I really don't have that much of a relationship with that relative. And people, when they can use and abuse you, which I've been used and abused over and over, including on these YouTube streets, you just see things and see people differently. So that's basically what it is. But yes, I definitely have a strong faith in God. And shout out to this content creator, Tommy Williams' cousin, Wendy Williams' cousin Maurice, because he did say, even in our back and forth situation, he did say, I know this person has a strong belief in God, and if I would have never made it, like Marvin Sapp said, I never would have made it if I didn't. I wouldn't even be even here to talk and fellowship with you. So that's just
awesome. So what I'm hearing you saying is that in those times, in those rough times of being homeless, that your relationship with God is what brought you through it. All right. That is awesome, my sister. So how did you come into the celebrity scene and get to hang out and mingle with the great celebrities?
Well, I mean, I would say that I was at the right place at the right time, but if people, I'm not gonna say that every celebrity is accessible like that, but being a celebrity and being
right,
a down to earth person, I've just been, God allowed me to be put into the contact with these people, or to encounter these people and see a different side of them. Because contrary to belief, celebrities are just human first. They're not, everybody wasn't born a celebrity. Everybody's not gonna, someone not gonna leave here a celebrity. It's the human side of things, and I guess that's why I was chosen to see it, from the human aspect of it, that we all make mistakes, we all do things, and we're not perfect, and nobody is, because if we were, not even you, we all fall short and come short of the glory of God, and we're just trying to get it right, you know. So, but everybody, but
Absolutely.
there are people that on these YouTube streets that think that, you know, they're perfect and they're excuse my boldness, but their S doesn't stink, and you know, it's just, you know, nobody's above reproach. So, and that's that. And I humbly,
All
you
right.
know, I accept my wrongs, my faults. But if there's a difference between being intentional and making mistakes, so you
Right.
know, so that's that.
Right. Okay, that now leads us right into the to rewind just a little bit and go back to the first interview that we
Mm.
had. Uh, in the first interview, you began to tell us the inspiration behind the name of your channel, and
Mm.
I, I I was very interested by that. So, can you go a little deeper into that story and tell us a little more about the inspiration and the history behind it?
Oh, okay, yeah. The inspiration behind Sparkle. Sparkle, as everybody thinks, is supposed to be Robert Sylvester Kelly's artist, but that wasn't the name that Stephanie was given. I mean, it might have been, I guess, after a while she probably took that name, but that's not it. The movie, the 1976 original movie, was based on family members, as was The Eve's Bayou and Color Purple. You know, was based on. I was actually watching, interestingly, the other day. I think it was last night. The making of it and how Orpa and Whoopi, you know, put their own spin on it, and Stephen and his wife Kathleen came in and, you know, basically made up this story of, oh, it was made on a plantation, and but that wasn't the original way that the story came about. The story came about because in 1984, um, my uncle Lee David was murdered in New Jersey, okay, by a well-known
Mm,
celebrity. And during that time, my grandmother was sick. His second oldest sister was sick, and she didn't think that she was going to make it. And her friend Alice Walker she told her the story, and then Alice went and got some of the stories from the sisters, my great aunts and uncles, and you know, just how they live and what they've been through. And they took it, and after the book was created, that's why the movie is so different from the book, because a lot of things were omitted, and there's a lot of things that were never probably told. And you know, but like I said, nobody's above reproach. I don't care if you Oprah, if you AKA Oprah, whoever you are, nobody's above reproach. But people think that they get a false sense of, oh, we know this person, we idolize this person, when you should be idolizing the Most High, the one that brought you here. And that's why I have a strong connection to Monique, the actress and comedian, because she lays it out on the line. She said, you know, these people like Fannie Lou Hamer and Pearl Bailey and Hattie McDaniels and Esther Roll and a lot of all these people, they fought, you know, for equality of the woman, and not even just of the black woman, of all women, but majority of the black women. And I don't think you're gonna find any other person that advocates and stands and rallies behind the black race than me. I mean, you know, we have our faults and we have our mishaps, but you know, we've come through a lot, and we're the only persevering race, as far as I see, that has really stood the test of time. Besides the Jews, you know. So, and that's why I
right.
always give an ode to women, because women are the salt of the earth. Without them, we wouldn't be here. But then there's some, you know, as in these content creators, who think that they're just owed respect just because they're a woman. You know, if you're doing something wrong or shady, you should be called out just like the rest. And that also, and I don't discriminate, that also goes for the men. and as well as the trans. I'm an equal opportunity dragger, and
Right.
I mean, it should go all across the board. If trans do something that I don't like, I'm going to call it out. If women do something that I don't like, I'm going to call it out. If men do something I don't like, I'm going to call it out. That's just what it is. They love to hate me, but that's the name of the game. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Love that answer.
hmm
Now, as we know in the first interview, um, I from what I could tell from those in the chat,
hmm
that they was they were saying, or rather, um, how can I put it?
But the accountability, I think is what you're going
Yes,
for. I'm not sure. Yeah.
yes.
And like
So
I said, I
let me
held my.
just ask.
Oh, okay.
Let me
Go ahead.
just ask. So in the first video, they didn't
Mm-hmm.
believe that you was holding yourself accountable for the things that for dropping the balls. Do you believe
Mm-hmm.
within yourself that you have held yourself accountable for
Definitely,
dropping the
definitely,
ball?
definitely,
Okay,
because there was a content creator. Shout out to Hear Her. Actually, there was a subscriber. I can't remember her name now. I think it was something like, oh God, what is this lady's name? Ish. It was something like Angelic Ish, or
Isha.
something like it. Yeah, had an angel
Yeah,
something in it, and she actually notified me. Oh my God, when I went to, because sometimes I get distracted, like a lot of us do, and I was reaching up for
right.
something, and I wasn't, clothed under the bottom, and I actually accidentally exposed myself, and I'm like, oh my God, and I didn't know it. I had to actually go back through the video, see the part, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she was right, and she told me, she was like, hey, take that down. Oh my God, did you see what happened? I'm like, what happened? So I went back and watched it, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, I think this was my second channel, and then Hear Her TV actually said, oh my God, Sparkle, yes, it was there. And I'm like, oh my God. So I went and I privated the video, and then I think
Okay,
I might have deleted the video. So,
okay,
but as of recently, a content creator failure, um, she decided to take a short or whatever, and I don't know if they're like women is just trying to come against trans, or they have something against the LGBTQIA community, and she screenshot and did a video to the other content creator, and she stated, uh, look at this person. This is what they're doing. It was an old video, so I guess they sit around and screen record and do all the content that they don't want others to do to them, but they do it to other people, which is not fair and not right. And a lot of them, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Dirty 40 crew, but a lot of them
I
do
keep
that.
hearing about them.
Yeah, I guess Teddy, you would have to
And I
probably get to
know
Teddy more.
who's
Yeah,
connected. We would have to talk.
yeah, you and Teddy would have to talk. But like I said, salute to Unwind with Teddy. Make sure y'all go like, comment, share, subscribe, because she has an interesting way of, putting this story together, as well as Hear Her TV. They have interesting ways of putting this criminal activity together that's going on beyond YouTube. And obviously they're touching nerves because people are doing, the most insane and devilish things that they can to try to make it look like, oh, these people are crazy. These people don't know what they're talking about. Well, if somebody's so crazy and don't know what they're talking about, why are y'all making these devilish wellness checks and playing with law enforcement, when the law enforcement is here to protect and serve? They're not here to
Right.
play around with people. They have M's going on, they have R's going on, and being called a cross-eyed R by another content creator who's one of the masterminds behind all of this stuff is like really hurtful. And that also brings me into the children aspect. I
Right.
don't know when you were going to get to it, but you said, I know one of the questions was something like,
Let me.
a lot of people. Oh, okay, you can go ahead. I'll let you. You know.
Okay, let me say hello to I Love Bonnie and think. Oops, come on. And
Thinking, I think
thinking
24/7.
247. Thinking
Mm-hmm.
247. Welcome.
Oh,
I
hello,
appreciate
everybody.
you all.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's a lot. We're not gonna be doing this. You better act right today, StreamYard. Okay, so
Yeah, I keep hearing a little
I
clicking
Love
in the back.
Bonnie start speaking. Yeah, I see it. This
Yeah, but
devil is
it
a lie
doesn't. It's
today.
not. Yeah, it's not really bothering me. I just hear it like a little echo clicking thing sounding. But that doesn't bother me. We can keep going as long as I can hear you. You can hear me. We okay. And they can hear each. You know. But hello to everybody in
Thinking
the building.
247 says, "Hey, I love Bonnie. Welcome in Thinking 247, and I love Bonnie. Welcome back. I appreciate you all coming in. Uh, as soon as I get through the questions, I'm going to come back and let you all. I'm going to drop the link and give you all an opportunity to come up if you would like. I love Bonnie say, Sparkle, stop lying. You have had several camera slips of genitalia. This makes me mad because I always supported you. Would you like to address that one before I
No,
go
we
to
can address that
the
at the
next
end. No, we can
twist?
address that at the end. And anybody, yeah, just keep going to the next question because
Okay.
that person I have blocked as well as thinking and their bosom buddy Lizzie Borden because they're not going to be grown women or men or whatever they are, and they're not going to come up and address. So we'll see today if they like to come up like when you threw out the link last time. Nobody came up and addressed it. So if you're not going to physically address me like the grown women and men that you claim to be, then all of that hindrance and ignorance, I have no time for. So next question, please, if you're ready.
Okay, so you kind of answered the second part to that question about holding yourself accountable. You
Mm-hmm.
said that when you've made aware of it and you notice it,
Mm-hmm.
the fumbles and the ball dropping, that you
Mm-hmm.
will go back
Always
and edit
ignorant.
or private
Mm-hmm.
them.
Or delete
Okay,
them
I
as
just
I
want to be
do.
clear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No, no, thank you so much. But I have to make it clear because people just want something, to say because they feel like there's an agenda. A lot of natural or biological or hetero men and women, not you, but a
mm,
lot of content creators, they have this narrative where, oh, there was supposed to be this secret society agenda to where, uh, the trans people or the gay people we have this agenda to try to manipulate children into thinking this way or being this way, which is definitely not true, honey, because children are innocent. Well, I'm not going to say they're innocent, but children are impressionable, and I would never, ever, try to force my beliefs or lifestyle because it's hard enough even living this lifestyle, you know, and to be ridiculed and to
right.
be uh even thought of as, oh, trying to force a child to be this way. If a child is going to be that way, obviously this is something that it's either a phase that they are going to go through, or either they're just emulating what they see. But once they get older, they'll grow out of it a lot, unless they were destined to be that. And hetero people don't understand that this is what they choose to do. But once I understand there's a certain age limit to where this should be practiced, it shouldn't be at 3 and 4 and 5 when they're impressionable because they can do anything. They
Right.
can say tomorrow I want to be a chicken. The next day I want to be a firefighter. The next day I want to be a bungee jumper. I mean, but people can't fathom. They can't look outside the box of, oh, people are different and everybody's not going to be attracted to the opposite sex. Everybody wasn't designed for that. People just try to
Right.
make up any little uh narratives in their mind oh, this is not the way God intended to be. Nobody sat with God. Nobody was with God. And nobody knows what God intended. Obviously, there's different people because then we'd all be robots. Pun intended. We'd all be robots, if that was the case. So, you know, it's a shame. But I guess one day the world will broaden the horizon.
So let's address, because it was one of the issues that
Mhm.
the subscribers and the viewers brought up in the chat.
Mhm.
I know you. Thank you. I rebuke you now.
Mhm.
Stop buffering and all this.
Oh
Was
my
so
God!
one.
Yes. Mhm.
So
Amen.
one of the issues was that the viewers were saying that you would purposely expose yourself on your channel. How did, how would you reply to that? What would be your reply?
That those people, those people need to whatever they feel they need to make themselves sleep comfortable at night. They can do it. I would use another set of words, but I'm gonna be respectful on your interview. But obviously, if they keep coming back to watch it, then obviously they get fascinated with it and they love it. Instead of just pointing it out, and I make my humbly apologies and keep it moving. Like the comments that came into your comment section, who came here to cause distraction and just be uh, a hindrance. Because if they ever get a chance to be so lucky to get an interview with you, I wouldn't come in your chat and be disrespectful, or interrupt an interview. I would listen, and then once if the link is afforded, or if I get a chance to talk to them one on one, then I would be the grown woman or man that they're supposed to be, and come up and express my grievances or my disagreements or whatever, and see if we can try to come to some kind of resolve. But that's just narratives being pushed, just like the same situation with Teddy, and hear that's the same narratives being pushed. The hindrance and the distraction, as I'm sure you saw with another new failing messy content creator, you know, who was directly asked to do something that she uh, was supposed to do for her, but she didn't because people are
Right.
being sent. It's called the troll farm, and that's what a lot of people are doing to try to distract from the real situation of what's going on, the criminal activity that a lot of these YouTubers, the Dirty 40, are participating in what they're doing. So that's just that on that. But that's my reply. I can't, you know. I already apologized and moved on. So if you can't accept it, then I don't know what to tell you. But in the same, okay,
Okay. Also, in that interview, the viewers and those in the chat declared that you were not held accountable for
that's
those things. How would you respond?
I was definitely held accountable. People were made me aware of it, and they were like, "Sparkle, what are you doing?" And I've definitely been, like I said, it's a narrative that's being pushed, and it's not going to work over here. The devil gets no satisfaction over here. So if that's what you need to feel, excuse me, to feel comfortable to not watch me or unsubscribe from me, then that's you. There's been a lot worse that's been done, and like I said, I'm a grown woman. I stand on mine. And like I said, we all make mistakes. So if that's the case, Jesus didn't make a mistake. I don't make a mistake. We all have never made a mistake, including you, Eagles. We never
Right.
ever have made a mistake. So, we're just perfect. We're dead, and we are up in heaven on the right hand of the throne. Everybody's a saint, and that's just that on that. So, that's all I have to say to it. I'm sorry, I gotta make sure my hair's right.
issue where the viewers was that they were saying that when you're in a confrontation and in a beef with other content creators, that you go after their their children, that you bring their children in the beef and you attack them as well. What would you say?
Okay, now let's address this. There's really one Philadelphia train wreck, which I'm sure all of you know, that gets into a lot of things with people. And I think the list was up to 60, 65, or somewhere around there that he or her had. And like I said, this is
Mhm.
all a part of the distraction and dirty 40 troll farm that they have going on. Um, so this person decided to bring my nieces and nephew and my sister into their drama. They attack family members, they attack children, they attack, they laugh at people with one lung, people that have disabilities, and their followers, and as well as other fellow content failures, they do it too. So once the gloves are off, the gloves are off. Anybody can get it. If that's the way they like to play, then we can play that way. And I'm trying to more refrain from that because I know people want to see me in a positive light and the rainbow fierceness that I am. And people don't come for that. But if you're gonna hold me accountable for bringing people's children into it, they always look at the reaction. They don't look at the action. We all are human. We all have feelings. And if
Right.
somebody steps on your toe, or if they say that they did it intentionally, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be hugging them like, "Oh, thank you for stepping on my toe intentionally." Because we could have kept this beef between me and them, because there was no reason for them to attack me, because I was led by another content creator to encounter this person, and this person totally flipped on me thinking I was another content creator that they had an issue with, and they said that there's beef with these two content creators for life, which is crazy. And they just make up all kind of stories, allegations. I'm supposed to be a R, and I'm supposed to be this, that, and the third, but there's nobody on this internet that could ever come and interview with you and say and have proof that I are them or I did anything. But there's definite proof that their relative that they excommunicated, as they say, from their womb, uh, that just told the truth about them. And these people, even in my disgust and hate for them, I pray for that person to see the light one day, because it's going to take a major tragedy for that person to change and for that person to try to see all the wrong that they've done. Like a lot of these other content followers that are following this person and doing a lot of things that this person are doing. This person is doing. Yeah. So it's just sad, but some people just don't. I don't know.
Let me ask you this.
Mm,
In those instances where the beefing goes on and the children come up,
mm.
do you regret bringing the children up after them uh,
I
in those situations?
Yes, I definitely do. Because children shouldn't have to be involved, but once you bring family members into it, that are not involved, people get in their feelings, and they're only human. Like I said, everybody's not perfect, and everybody doesn't take the high
Absolutely.
road. Some people, and a lot of content creators. Let me address this, because a lot of my contenders, which is that. Well, let me tell you how I got the name contenders from. A young lady, trans lady named Serena Maria Garcia. She was on R&B Divas, or Hollywood Divas, with my cousin Countess Vaughn, Kim from the Parkers. And she always would say on this other app, where there are a lot of young trans, a lot of people, there's a variety of people on the app. Contender. What's up, Contender? And I was like, oh, that's a nice name, because it's basically the last person or last people standing. So that's why I came up with the inspiration for the group, the Contenders. And most of my contenders have been very strong and able to handle the arrows that are thrown at them. And like I said, we are a perfect group. And shout out to my girl Marcella. Yes, the light contender Marcella and the Gemstones. Standing and holding her own. But people just want to have as I've noticed on these YouTube streets, and I've been around since at least like 2019, maybe before then. I think I was in and out because I had a lot of transitions and stuff. But I think 2019, maybe latest 18, is when I really started like getting on here and coming around. But it's just people want to have narratives to push. People want to have things to say about when you're coming and you got 3 strikes against you, you're black. They say that you're gay or male or whatever.
Breaking up, Sparkle.
Hold on 1 second. Let me. Hello. Hello. Oh, you buffering. He's buffering everybody, but hoping all is well. Yes, but let me say this to y'all. Y'all need to come with some better solidified stuff because all of the distractions and the hate is not going to work. If you don't like me, just don't watch. Don't sneakily watch to try to go back and start with people I despise or don't, contend with. Just please, find something better. And the reason why I respond, I don't just bring children into things. I don't just bring families into things unless you do me. So the Philadelphia smut drew first blood. So, it is what it is. Like I said, I've been chasing that person for about 9 months, and they've been every panel that they've been on, they've ran from me, like they run from soap and water and they run from reality. And they can't be a grown woman as they allegedly quote unquote are and face me and tell me what the issue is with them with me and them because we have none, just like their followers in that dirty 40 camp over there. We have none. The same thing with Teddy and the same thing with here. They don't have issues. They're just trying to distract people from the truth. So all of that sideways not mumbo jumbo that people have, they can keep it to themselves, basically. Could you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Make sure.
Yeah,
I hear you.
I don't know what happened. It
buffered for a minute.
Kicked me out.
Oh wow, it buffered, and then I think it brought me up, and then it. That's where you come back, and yours is buffering.
Yeah, it kicked me all the way.
StreamYard just be acting like you might have to refresh it. But yeah, that's just basically it. People just troll, and this is what they do. They can't be held. They talk about me being held accountable, but I can admit my mistakes and my shortcomings. Can they? Is the question, because a lot of these people, I've been guilty by association for standing up for women as they claim I don't like women and this, that, and the third. They claim I don't like women, but I've been held and even flipped on, for standing up for women, or like one of your other questions. I don't know if you were getting ready to ask it, but getting into other people's beefs. But this was
the next question.
Yeah, I figured it was like me and your mind is like that. Getting in people's beef, and it wasn't really getting in people's beef. It's our fight for the underdog. Like when Wendy, aka Wendy, and Tommy were first into it. So let me give you a little backstory. Wendy and Tommy were into it, and Wendy insinuated that her brother Tommy Williams is plays for the other team, and a lot of other stuff that she's done over the years with a lot of rappers and a lot of people. And I got into it, and I emailed Tommy or messaged Tommy on IG, and I said, Tommy, your mother just transitioned, and you guys need to stop this. I understand your feelings that she didn't show up to the funeral and whatever. But you know, it is what it is. And then we basically talked. I think he called me or left my number or something for him to call me, and he called me, and we were talking,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Listen, I need you on the show because I want you to you try to come up and like see that people would see that I'm not that type of person to really go back and forth with my sister and this, that, and the third." So I said, yes, exactly, definitely, I'll come on and do that. So we were rocking for a while. I was the backbone behind the show because Tommy, as a teacher, school teacher, he has a lot on his plate. And then there's a lot of people that come for him, and there's a lot of things that people don't know that I know, being on both
Mhm.
sides, encountering Wendy and encountering Tommy. So, I basically ran the show and we had great ideas to think about. And then, I held a lot of things that I know back, putting on a poker face for the show, upholding the Williams name and experience, as your name is Williams. That's a popular name and a good name. But I knew a lot of things, and I also know a lot of things that sometimes I don't really come out and verbally say about certain situations. And then once he flipped on me by there was another content creator who secretly was hating on me, and once we went sour, then shout out to dear Yvette, says she brought me in, and we basically interviewed about it. And as I was led to believe, she was supposed to get sued legally and all kind of stuff, which is weird. Or I don't know if it was just for a play or what it was, but you can't sue nobody for the truth. Okay, and that's what a lot of people, including a lot of people on these and a lot of these content creators that troll and do all kind. The truth is the truth. Okay, black and white, and that's just what it is. You can't change it. You can't, manipulate it. You can't do well. You can manipulate it, but you can't change it. You can't do it. You can't, make black and white, blue and brown. You can't do it. So we went through that, and then there was a situation that she was going through with another content creator, and I have my opinions about it, but I left it. That's not my beef. But people just want to stir up things and try to be like, oh well, people have no reason to get in other people's beef. I just don't like to see the underdog. Like I told Tommy, I don't like to see the underdog get a raw deal because I've gotten a raw deal for a long, long time. And
Mhm.
like I said to Storm, people are not just going to cut me out of something that I should have known about from that person, that sister. And but this is just, it just shows people, revelations is now revealing people and who they are, and what they don't want you to see, what they don't want you to know. And you can only hide but for so long. So, and that's
Right.
just that. But I don't jump into people's beasts unless I see that person getting unfairly treated, because I've always been unfairly treated. And I'm even still with these distractions and trying to throw sideways arrows that are not gonna prosper. I always get the underhand of things. So, but I always know how to rise and shine above. So that's just, and then sparkle and, make my way to the top. And I mean, that's what it's going to be. You can't get mad at it. You can't do anything about it because that's just what it is. I mean, but I don't try to intentionally put myself in people's beef. I stick up for people that I see are done wrong, because this is a lot of things that people don't know that I have to endure and still have to endure. People think that they know Sparkle, but they don't really know what the trials and tribulations that Sparkle had to go through and still have to go through, with this certain situation. So, but people just want to take what they want to take. They do what they want to do, and they try to make it like benefit them or make them look good when the truth is ugly. It's very ugly. And see, people don't know, but they just want to throw arrows and just it's a lot. But I'm done. You know. Oh, you looking. You hear me, Eagles? Oh, you. Hello? Eagles? I think he froze again or something. StreamYard is acting. I don't know. He might have to refresh his system. But hey guys, hey all my lovers, my haters and all my supporters and everybody. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, thumbs up the video. We don't know what's going on with the blessed, highly anointed minister Eagles, but you know, we love him. I thank him so much for allowing me to speak. Whether you agree or disagree, hopefully once he comes back, he will drop the link. And anything and any grown woman or man conversation you would like to have, we can have it as long as it's respectful. And we can agree to disagree. But as far as chat nonsense and chat irrelevance, I'm not arguing with keyboard people. I'm just not, because people just want to make themselves look good and put themselves on pedestals when the truth is very ugly. And I'll say that. And shout out to my contenders, Sweet Pea Speak, Sweet Pea Diaries. Shout out to Hear Her TV, Dear Yvette, Speak with Your Girl Marcella, Hear Her TV. Shout out to all the people that rock and roll with me. Shout out to Toxic Diamond, Keep Shining. Shout out to everybody. Red Label Confessions and Reactions. Levon's Library, my baby boy with the rosy cheeks. Because the librarians and the humanitarians are open today for business. Shout out to everybody. Ben Zone, Misunderstood, Brianna Simone, Pettyville, the whole beef sector, the whole people. Shout out to everybody that has a heart and has a mind, to keep beefing on YouTube, basically. And thank you so much, like I said, once again, Eagles, for your thinking of me and allowing me to voice my say and my opinion. And we definitely need to keep this going, because there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that's not being brought to the light, and a lot of interviews need to be had, because a lot of things are being covered up, and a lot of people are doing sneakily stuff behind the scenes, and they're trying to come up on YouTube and act like they're so grand and they never made a mistake. They never did this and push people up to go at people and all of this, that, and third. It's weird on these streets. It's very weird. But thank you guys for showing up, whether you agree or disagree, like or dislike or whatever. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for understanding and trying to get a third dimension of, thinking outside the box, because people are just, they get a computer, they get a phone, and they go crazy. They just, say what they want, think they can say what they want, do what they want. And it's just insane. Eagles, are you there? Oh Lord, he's having issues. But yeah, guys. So just thank you all. Shout out to I can't see the chat, but hold on one second. Shout out to Associate Minister Terry Jones, Lady D, Karma, Trevor. Hey Trevor, Auntie Bug Butt, Sharon. Who else is in the building? These people are so sad. Yes, exactly, Minister. Let me read what Associate Minister said in the comments. He said, we must remember you can't change another person's eyes. You can only control what you present in front of them. What they choose to see is up to them. The question when you look in the mirror is, how do you change that man in the mirror? And let me address Bonnie, because she said you need to come with the truth. How do you pray in one breath and despise in the other? The same way you throw rocks in one breath and despise in the other. I mean, and then try to make your opinions in the other. Okay, and thinking 24/7 said they don't want to talk to you. They don't have to talk to me, but stop talking about me. I know I have mansions in their brains, but if you're gonna let it go, let it go. And then Bonnie, you said you talk about AATT trash all the time. She doesn't give you any energy. She's not going to, because she has no comeback. She has no match for me. And then it says, do you speak on kids in the worst way? No, I don't speak on kids unless I'm provoked. See, thinking 24/7, you need to go think again. Okay, that's what you need to do. And Bonnie, you're the only one in fantasy land. I don't live in fantasy land. You do, because you want to be right and you're dead wrong, because you don't know, you haven't been around. You came up with this elaborate 7-year relationship straight out of Real Housewives season 9, Portia and Candy, about another content creator, and you don't get paid off whether she's a lesbian or not. She don't get paid off of it. Okay, so you the one that's always involved in people's this, that, and the third. You decide to come on my channel and state that. Okay, I didn't decide that, which I'm pretty sure you won't say it to her face. Because it's a bunch of trash. But whatever makes you happy, whatever floats your boats. And I'm gonna stop looking at the comments now. We're gonna wait for Eagles to come back. I don't know what's going on, but let me refresh you guys. I'll be right back.
Hello. I don't know what StreamYard is doing. Is anyone still in the chat? I don't know what StreamYard is doing. It keeps kicking me out.
Yes, I don't know, but I was holding it down for my Eagles. Yeah, I was holding down for my Eagles. Yes, always. Look, we back. We back. Yeah, so it's a mess.
We're back. StreamYard is cutting up.
Hey, I was just addressing some of the comments going through. And Bonnie, let me say this: I love Bonnie because you saying that all about the trash doesn't give people energy. She doesn't have to, because she knows what she did. She made so many enemies on this YouTube platform that she don't know where the energy is coming from. See, unlike you and her, I'm not a troll. She came after her, Storm Monroe, and he dismantled her on his platform, and that she's basically showing that she's a troll and that person has no soul. And like I said, it's going to take a major tragedy, and God forbid, for her to wake up and see all of the things that she's done to people, whether you believe it or know it or not. So that's just that on that. But go ahead, Eagles. Mhm.
All right. I do apologize, everybody. StreamYard is cutting up. Um, let's take a quick 30, 30 seconds and we'll be right back. Oh, Jesus. It's been something else. Here we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lord, welcome back. This
Yes,
is
sir.
the Eagle Soaring High, Channel 2 Fireside Chat with Eagles. And this is Let's Talk with Eagles and my special guest, Sparkle. I tell you, let me
The
hit the chat
legendary.
and then
We got you, my Eagles. We
we'll,
love you. Yeah.
let's see who came in. I think
I see
Trevor
Trevor
Trav
there,
did.
my oldest baby boy. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Trevor Trav, welcome.
Hmm.
Welcome to the broadcast. I am so glad, thankful that you all are patient, and I can see that the numbers have went down, so some must have left. Miss Bugs, I appreciate you coming.
Oh, happy bug. Hey. Yeah. But those
Real
mostly
Talk with
probably
Lady
were
D
troll
says
Eagles.
it's your stream yard, and I had the same problem.
Hmm.
Yes, that's what it is. Real Talk with Lady D. Well, let me ask you this, because another one of the issues that came up was the fact that you misgender women
Hmm.
on the app. I guess when you're beefing, you misgender them. I what I believe they're saying is that you call the women a him and all of that. Would you address that?
Well, I'm always called him, by these inadequate supposed women. So that's just something that they they do it, but they can't handle it. They throw rocks like they do the dirty 40, like they're doing Teddy with the wellness checks and people with the wellness checks. If you're gonna do something, be able to put out when it's done back to you. A lot of things that have been done to me, I've reacted. And see, like I said, people always see the reaction, but they don't see the action. Hold on one
Right.
second. I'm sorry, I'm walking through my hallway. Yeah, but they don't see the action. They don't see the action, but they always see the reaction. And I guess if that's what makes them feel better at nighttime, to or sleep better at night, that I misgender women. I only once the gloves are off, the gloves are off. And no, it may not be two wrongs don't make it right, but once the gloves are off, we're only human. So you really can't tell nobody how to respond or how to be how to fight back. You can't say, oh, I'm gonna meet you on the playground, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna fight you. But then when you bring people, you're gonna say, oh, but you can't jump me, but all gloves are off. I mean, and I really don't go as low with the children thing as except for when my relatives or people are brought up for no reason. My relatives don't have anything to do with that Philadelphia person, you know, getting herself involved in people's situation and business. That's that person's battles. Unless you're representing them and you're not, you shouldn't be
Right.
worried about it. So, and that's what they do. So some stuff has to be taken legal, and I'm not going to be no more held accountable than they are if this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. But don't throw rocks or punch somebody, and then when you tell them how to punch you back or how to respond.
How to
You
do
know,
it. Right.
yeah. Hmm.
Okay. I'm going to ask you this question and then I'm going to drop the link.
Okay.
And then after I drop the link, we're going to continue the conversation and I'm going to scroll through
The comments.
so
Okay.
that you can address some of the comments in the comment
Okay. Let me
section.
switch my phone.
So,
Okay, hold on. Let me switch my phone because I'm on 1%. Oh my god! Thank God I did come in here. Hold on 1%.
again, I want to thank all of you for being so patient. StreamYard is acting up, but we're still here. And I do appreciate all of you. Thinking 247, I appreciate you. I love Bonnie. I appreciate you all. Uh, I thank you all for even taking the time to come back uh, for the second part. Uh, I, as far as I can see, and as far as I know, that you all have been quite respectful to one another and to my guests, and I really appreciate that. Uh, so, thank you all in advance. Thank you for your patience with StreamYard acting up and kicking me out of my own. Lord have mercy. StreamYard kicked me out my own live. That's it let me drop the link again. Oh Jesus. I figured that this was going to be an interesting conversation and an interesting live. I just didn't know how interesting it was going to be. There you go, Sparkle. I'm dropping the link for you once again. And then when Sparkle comes back up, I'm going to ask her this question, and then I'm going to scroll through so that we can see you all's comments and see if we can address them. And the link, you are all welcome to come up if you like. So
yes, because they kicked you out your own house.
I know that's funny. Just kick me on out.
Yeah, he said it was there. I think StreamYard just getting tired of the shenanigans and tired of craziness. But speaking of Teddy, she just hearted my comp, and I love Teddy. Teddy is amazing. And I hope you sit down and do an interview with her next, or hear her, people that will be willing to sit down, because I would love to hear, their interesting take on YouTube and how they got their start and what they think.
I will have a conversation with them. If they're willing to do that with me, because I would love to really sit and talk with them as well.
And you're good. You're a great person. Much. You're the Contender's own always.
Yeah. Bless you. Okay, so my last question that I had for you that I wanted you to address on today is the fact that a few folks have said that they come to your channel and that you blocked them because you didn't like the questions that they asked. What would you say? How would you respond to that?
moderator. Shout out to McClure, Sharon, Trevor was a moderator, but Trevor, had his wrench taken. But even at Trevor's last few days, I think the last week or maybe even a couple of weeks, you has been a place of a battleground, and it's like people just reach for anything and say or try to find try to hit people with, it's basically like the WWF page, and it's like these people just start swinging on anybody for no reason, and it's a lot of people. First of all, that's why I have a lot of moderators, because I just want to keep the riffraff out of keep the riffraff and the negativity out of it. Like Bonnie and Lizzie and Thinking and all the work when they first came in, and then they started taking a turn for the worse because they're trying to get their point across, which is lies or what they feel or believe, which I'm not negating what they feel or believe. I can't tell them what to feel or believe, and they can't tell me what I know the truth is, or what I consider to be the truth. But when you come in somebody's house, you're obviously disrespecting that house, and you don't come into my house and then, like they wouldn't come into your house, or they wouldn't want me to come into their house and use the bathroom on the floor, on the table, or, just do what I want because I don't pay bills there, just like they don't pay bills in my house, and there has to be a point where you have to show your maturity or immaturity. And a lot of people that get blocked really show their immaturity. Like I Love Bonnie wasn't blocked until McClurg, she said something when she came in, and McClurg put her in timeout first. She didn't just block her automatically. And it was either Bonnie, I think it was Bonnie before I blocked her permanently. And then DC Navy Yard came over and had things to say, and then they said something smart when they came in, and McClurg timed them out. And then they started arguing with McClurg, like, McClurg, I know you're not timing people out just because they have a difference. And she said, no, I'm not timing people out. No, she said, I don't block out if you're disrespectful. And that's what people fail to realize. They think they can just come into anybody's house and say and do what they want to, but then they don't have, a lot of these miserable agitators don't have platforms, or have channels where people can come in and retaliate. But this shows how people were raised. If you come to somebody's house to be disrespectful, and the lack of their parents or grandparents or whoever raised them, and I'm pretty sure they didn't raise them like that. So, people just want to come in people's houses and do and say what they want to do, and you can't do that. So that's when you get blocked, because I usually don't block people unless they really getting disrespectful. And let me address one more comment, because I did see, I think it was Bonnie who had a lot to say. And Bonnie, I would love for you to click the link and show your big girl panties, or your big girl underwear or whatever. You stated, let me look at this comment that you stated. First of all, you stated all about the trash doesn't pay you, it give you any energy. She doesn't have to give me energy. People know the reputation precedes her. So that's that. You hear me, the associate?
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, I was making about seeing it. You're delusional, first of all, Bonnie. And she stated DYS don't have no kick it for you. I believe they meant to say DYS doesn't have to kick it with you. Let it go. You know it now. You have to accept it. Number one, I don't speak for DYS, and DYS doesn't speak for me. That's one of the narratives that people get twisted. Like another content creator calls me her pet, and this and this. I don't have to do anything for her, and she don't have to do anything for me. We had a lovely ride, and that's what it was. Some people are there for your life for a moment, and some people are there for a lifetime, and if things don't work out, or if she feels I did something, or if I feel she did something, then, we talk about it. If we can't agree to disagree, we can't agree on something, or we agree to disagree, then we move on. But people are in their feelings, but then they portray something else on screen. And I'm not the first and won't be the last person that this has been done with, but I'm not I don't base my life off of people. I base my life off the Most High and how they look, how he looks at me, rather how she looks at me, because I do believe God is a divine woman. How she looks at me and how she, accepts and shows my humility or humility, in
Mhm.
order to know that I didn't do anything and I can apologize humbly if that is the case, because I have no problem always apologizing and acknowledging if I made a mistake. Like I'm going to apologize to Bonnie and thinking and all these other people, trolls and people that come in just to cause chaos, but can't click one simple link and have a good conversation. I can't, and it's sad because people, I don't know. People want to type and hear themselves type and this, that, the third. But like I said, that person doesn't have to give me energy. I'm giving them energy wherever I see them at, because obviously they can't continue me as in regards to all about the trash, but that people, everybody, I think on this whole YouTube platform, besides maybe the people that have never heard of a person, how low the gutter and how sad a person is, and I wouldn't actually doubt if one of those people are her, trolling. So, but anyway, go ahead, Eagles. I'm done.
All right, let's go through some of these comments and see. Let me drop the link again, just in case someone wants to come up. And then we're going to run through these comments and see what the people are saying. Okay, up here. Let's scroll down. Okay, I love Bonnie. Bonnie says she hit the like button. Thank you, sis. I really, really appreciate that. I love Bonnie says. Let me put it up. She says, I don't even know Lizzie. I'm on YouTube to be entertained, not to be on panels. I'm a subscriber, not a content creator. Okay.
I didn't say that Lizzie. I just said that you guys were coming at me in the last interview. But like I said, you have a lot to say typing, but you can't click a link is baffling to me and say what you need to say. I don't understand how hard it is. All you have to do is click your camera once you're backstage and turn it off, and just make sure that Eagles knows that you're not a troll. And we welcome everything that you have to say, but if we have a difference of opinion, and I pretty much know that I'm solidifying mine with facts, that I know what happened and you don't. You make up a thing or make up something, in your mind. And if that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. But if you can't click a link and then you're in the comments, getting beside yourself, I mean, I don't understand it, but that's the way Eagles choose to. But I'm not going to have that in my platform and in my house. So that's why I blocked you, because like I said, you had no issues with typing. Why don't you have an issue with clicking a panel? You're saying you don't do panels because you don't want nobody to hear your voice, but if that's the case, then they shouldn't have to hear your voice or hear you typing, nonsense. It's crazy. But like I said, this is Eagles panels and I respect him, if he chooses to have, any and everybody, through here. But, and even those people that know what the videos and stuff that they made regarding my alleged lying health status and all of this, that, and the third, because I didn't know when people became doctors, lawyers, and be all of the preachers, teachers, and I don't know where people's degrees are, because the only solidified person that I've seen so far is Eagles. And he just basically, he comes up, tells it like it is, and he laughs and have fun, and that's it. We keep it moving, and he's straightforward, and he welcomes any and everybody. And that's how a lot of people can learn from him, because it's a lot of people around here being fake. It's a lot of people around here, you misusing what the Bible says and doing this, that, the third, of choosing what parts they choose to highlight and spotlight, but then other parts where they fall short, then it's not a big deal or they overlook it, and that's not right. To people to do that. So I don't know, but like I said, if you can't.
Take a breather. It's all right, Spark.
I know. I know.
Okay. I Love Bonnie says, never heard of what you're talking about. Can we stick to the topic? And you've spoken very improperly and disrespectful on people's children. Accountability, Sparkle. Focus.
No, you focus, Bonnie, because you can't even click a link to come up and be a grown woman that you say you are. Okay, you focus. I focused. That person attacks my niece, nephew, and my sister, so she gets every ounce of smoke that I have. And I don't care whether you, the president, the resident, the roaches, the rats, the kids, the cats, and anybody else. We're human at the end of the day. And no, her child doesn't deserve to be brought up, but neither do my niece and nephew or my sister. So you take accountability. You go over there and tell that person that Sparkle's nieces, nephew, and sister should not be talked about when you're going at Sparkle. You have no reason to go at a trans queen that obviously violates your womanhood or lack thereof. Because when you fart, burp, and all but vomit on camera or on the mic, is there any accountability for that person? No. You're not in her comments, Bonnie, saying, oh, well, you should take accountability. You should do this and that. It's only when I come up or when somebody reacts is when you have something to say, but you can't click a link. That's the scary part of YouTube. But anyway, continue, Eagles, because I'm done. I can't, this person.
Well, everybody knows how I feel with that subject, and everybody knows that I don't believe that people's relatives, if there's a beef between two people, no one should bring in nobody's mama, nobody's daddy, nobody's sisters, aunts, nephews, nieces, nobody. That is quite unacceptable for me. But I can understand how it gets there. When you have one that comes out and attacks your relatives like that, it can be a hard pill to swallow. But as I've always said, we need to leave the children, the seniors, mamas, daddies, deceased members, all of that needs to stay out of beefs, out of everybody's beefs, because the children don't deserve it. And I know you know this, Sparkle. But we agree that the children don't deserve it, that people's sisters and aunts, nephews, we agree that it's not acceptable. But as we know that some folks on this app hit below the belt, and the whole thing is that when they strike like that, it causes a reaction. So I'm just praying that we can all not do that.
Exactly. And I will try to make an effort I really don't even acknowledge that person anymore, contrary to Bonnie's words, because she don't know what she's talking about. I don't acknowledge that person anymore. I just, occasionally when I want to be messy, I play her station heads, and I'm going to continue anytime I feel like it, because some things need to be known and some things need to be said. And let me get to this Lonely Island content creator who really is just you really disgusted me because I thought we had an ally and a friendship, but I see now like people were telling me that you know, you were not the best person. And I don't know if you overstepped or you didn't hear or you making up, your own assumptions about things. But obviously, if you block somebody before they can even give you a chance or have a grown conversation with you, then that means that you were never for that person. Okay, no matter what you believe or what you feel, because I never had an issue with you. But like I said, thank you for letting me know how now to move accordingly with people, and how to, approach people and know that YouTube is just YouTube. If we develop relationship outside of YouTube, then it's all good and good. Like with you, it's no question you're my equals, and that's that. So I just want to address that because people are just, oof. But yeah.
Let me ask you this: if any way possible, is there a way that you and the content creator that you didn't call their name, is there a way that you all can come to a peace treaty and kind of squash this and just agree not to? Go ahead.
I never had no issue, but the person thought I was doing something that I wasn't doing. I was trying to make them aware. And even your red label said, this person has people that being said and what's being done. Because speaking this, it's funny, this all ties in together, because when that content creator called out that person's grandmother, mother, and this, that, and the third, I was trying to be helpful, whether the content creator sees it or not. And like I do with all my contenders, but they made up their own narrative. And then now that Teddy has released a lot of information and people trying to play like they're that person, people that when that person, that content creator went off on a rant on all of us, it's just interesting how things are coming out, things are being played out, and I'm just sitting back and watching. But I don't know. I mean, with that person, I really never had no issue. So I don't know if you can bring us together, because they did ask for you to tell me something, which I know you said you don't get into things like that. And I think that was very low of them to even ask you to do that. Come to me like a grown woman. I've dropped the link several times, like when that person was up there with me and Red Label, we had everything was good, and then for you to come back and make your own assumption without consulting me, or at least coming back up and keeping it real and saying, well, is your goal with reporting this or saying this, that I have people that know what's going on. I have people that report back to me. But it was never to be shady and person said something about you. It's like, because I recorded a lot. Said stuff about me, and we were all thrown. Even when because where all of this really started. It started 2 weeks ago. Were you in that panel, the first panel with the hypocrisy, or did you see it?
No, I caught the replay of it.
Yeah, it was a mess. People were swinging on people. People were taking a moment to get the shots in, and people were calling out people, and then when they got demolished, they get mad, and now it's like everything has a reaction, whether it's the same day, the next day, the 10 days, 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now. Now I'm seeing the plays and seeing people like Hear Her and Marcella have woke me up to. I'm seeing the plays because people were called out and shown who they were. Now they're trying to make up more get back towards us contenders, because it was like, this person, I'm going to say this name and be respectful, Queen Tulsa is doing a lot of plays behind the scenes with those regurgitators over there, and coming back and then making it look like, they're doing everything to the regurgitators, but they're swinging or coming for the regurgitators or coming for one of their prominent leaders. But no, we're not coming for him. What he's doing, just like I said, and I didn't even respect the person that was up on that the panel was afforded to. But I saw where he was coming from. But a lot of this stuff that's breaking out all of these fights and all of these wild WWF circusry that's going on, it's all leading back to this panel, which I'm glad Dear Yvette had the panel, because it's opening people's eyes to see how people are and what people really are focusing on, and bringing all of the criminal activity to the light that people are trying to hide and people are trying to get ahead of and cause this throw little monkey wrenches like Bonnie and Lizzie and everybody else coming in people's houses and being according to me, being disrespectful and throwing monkey wrenches into the plan. But we know what's going on. And like I said, salute to Hear Her, salute to Marcella, salute to Teddy, and salute to everybody that knows the truth and was there from day zero and see what's going on. It's just crazy. But I guess if you can facilitate, since that person wanted you to give me a message, if you can facilitate that, then we can have a grown woman to woman conversation. And if not, then that person can go their way and I can go my way. Because like I said, I really never had no issue with that person. So, and they claim that they don't have an issue. They just sit on the sidelines and commentate, which is basically what I do. I react to what's being put out there. And let me say this to the regurgitators: since you guys think that people can't release public information, is public information. If it's put out there in the public, it can be released. Okay? So if you don't want stuff out there, that's why they have a sealed stuff. That's why they have stuff sealed, and they have stuff that they can't be released to the public. And in reference to that, that's why the Atlanta Times, a lot of the documents were sealed, because it's a lot of racial stuff that you guys don't know about that infued all of these things. And a lot of people need to be looking into this, because a lot of their grandmothers, grandfathers, great-grandmothers, great-grandfathers were affected by this and were a part of this. This thing goes worldwide. People really don't know what's going on. See, I have a personal relationship with the person, and one day hopefully I can get him to sit down with you. People need to be focusing on bigger stuff than just these little cat fights and stuff that people are trying to throw as monkey wrenches. But it will really open your eyes to a lot of stuff that's going on. But because if you could facilitate it, I'm all open for it. I don't know if that person will be, but like I said, and I really hurt her by doing that, which I thought I was bringing restoration to their situation. But obviously that person didn't want restoration. Everybody's running around here trying to do peace panels, but then they bring a third of the party, or they don't notify everybody, or assume that everybody's just supposed to know. Everybody's not going to know. You have to bring all parties involved and let it be a respectful conversation. And a lot of people don't do that. They want clicks and views, and they want to get to everybody's situation with the option that's nobody talk about it, or get real intense about it, but you throw yourself in other situation and did not address your own. So people, everything is not off limits, because if you throw yourself in other content creator stuff, people should be able to talk about and give their opinion on your allegations and what was going on. Okay, so that's just what it is. But if you can facilitate that, then I'm all for it. But that person all has to hear me out and hear what I say, as well as I hear what they say. So that's just that. So.
What about the allegation that you windmill for everyone else and nobody windmills for you?
Yeah, I mean, I can see it now looking back at it, but I think people know that I can hold my own for the most part. And as I'm seeing this stuff playing out with people swinging on Teddy, people swinging on Hear Her, people swinging on Sweet Pea, people swinging on, and I'm surprised they haven't swung on you yet, but I'm sure narratives will be formed, which I know you can handle yourself. I think when people start to see that, oh, they can hold their own, they're okay, you know, they really don't step into it, and I really don't body to have nice to see people, but they love me and they tell me behind the scenes, you know, we got you, whatever. And they really think I'm a force to be reckoned with. You know, when they run off people panels and don't address people, but they want to talk about and throw their little shots in on station head, you know, that's addressing somebody, Bonnie, whether you know it or not. That's addressing somebody, and that person can't help themselves to you know, being to you know, talking about me or mentioning me and mentioning the contenders, you know, because that person is miserable. And whether Bonnie sees it or not, that person is miserable. See, Bonnie takes 20%, like a lot of people do. They get 20% of what they heard and they go run back and they think it's the facts, but they don't hear what's totally being said. They don't stay for the long haul. You know, and it's not even just Bonnie. It's a lot of people, trolls and stuff. You know, people that come in and they hear 20% of this, and that's what was it. That's what I'm done. You know, you can't base it off that. But like I said, I'm a mature woman. You got, and whether you choose or not. But like I said, like you said, my program is okay.
Breaking up a little bit, sis.
Oh, if somebody came up and addressed themselves as he, him, and his, then, you know, I would give that respect. And the same, if they want to be called a chicken, a dog, or cat, I would give that respect. And people need to learn that. You got to give respect to get respect. Respect is earned, not given. You know, you know. So that's just that. But I guess you dropped the link. Nobody's gonna come up. You know, it's the same excuses every time. So, you know. But I thank you so much. You know, thank you, like I said, for the opportunity, and I just pray people get more mature and be able to try to come together and have adult conversations, whether they agree or disagree. And that's just that. So,
absolutely. Let me ask you this: what do you believe could happen to bring peace on the streets of YouTube?
People stop focusing on other people's you know, families and affairs and what they got going on, and people stop hitting below the belt, you know, misgendering and, you know, all kind of kids and family to it, you know, and then people won't have to react. And then also like the messy subscribers and people that come back and, oh, well, this person said that you did this person said that you did that, you know. And if people stop doing that and they look at people with third eyes instead of the two eyes that they were given, you know, and stop being quick to put other people that are antagonists on pedestals and see the whole situation and not 30 or 40% of the situation, and look at the whole situation, then I think, you know, and people come up and be grown men and grown women and talk about it, you know, like they say that they are, instead of arguing and fussing and fighting, then, you know, I think that YouTube would be a better place, and like it was intended to be, to have fun, play games, and, you know, do all kind of things that people keep. And also, let me say this: people say they stay out of the mess, but then they're looking at the mess. So you can't stay out of the mess and look right at the mess too. If you're in the mess, you're in the mess, whether you're looking at it or not. Like, that's why I respect Red Label. That's why I respect certain people, because when they're tuned out, and they're really tuned out. Like, I have to actually update them on a lot of things that's going on. And then recently I had to tune out because for people's safety, I said, let me tune out. You know, the constant badgering and the constant, oh, let's put this narrative out there that this person intentionally did this. You don't know what's in my brain, what's in my head. You don't know the trials and tribulations. I don't know yours. And I wouldn't judge you and assume that you wouldn't assume that you did something on purpose and you did it, did it intentionally,
Right. Uh-oh. Oh, and I lost Sparkle. Oh my goodness. Maybe Sparkle will be able to come back before we close out. And I appreciate you all. So let me see. I'm going to come through and thank all of you all and see if Sparkle is going to come back up before we get out of here. So I want to thank Sharon Sayers for showing up. Hold on. All right, there. I don't StreamYard.
Yeah, StreamYard. No, actually, I did that by accident.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was trying to put my headset on to see if I could hear better, but let me hold on. Let me put it back because now I can't hear you, but I think I hit headset here.
Oh wow.
Okay, you can. All right. Yeah, there we go.
I can hear you. All right.
Yeah, but I just think people need to, leave people's families out because people's families don't have anything to do with it. I hold myself accountable for that too. But if it's going to be a reaction, then you can't tell somebody how far to go. And I might be in a moment where I don't feel like taking the high road, So, and that person, whoever is the antagonist, also has that right. If I say something about their family member, they have the right to respond. Will it be right? No. But, I see that people's mature mentality affords them to just go at any and all costs. So if I say something to them and they say something back to me, because do you guys know that another content creator who keeps saying they want somebody to move on has said that I'm a product of incest and all this, that, and the third. But see, yeah, it's like weird. Like were you at the hospital? Are you, but then they want to, Sparkle hates women. Sparkle fights for DYS. Sparkle this, Sparkle that. But see, this is the stuff that they do, Eagle. They put up, I have HIV on about 6 videos. They inferred that. It's crazy. I mean, this stuff has gotten out of control, but somebody's going to get hurt. That's all I'm going to say. And I hope and pray that it doesn't get to that. But like I said, I'm glad you're doing this, and I hope you get some of these top content creators up here and explain why they have so much hatred for the LGBTQIA community as well as other fellow women and men, and then they try to act like, it's supposed to be women's empowerment and it's supposed to be this, that, and the third. It's not matching your story, and that's just that on that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It just gets weird, and I think it's really far going. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that people have to endure, and I'm like, I didn't come up here for this, but I will get with you with it, and don't get upset when I come back under the grave, that you dug for yourself. Don't do that. But see, Bonnie and them don't know this. Bonnie and them just come and try to, you shouldn't be doing this, and but you don't see the action. You only see the reaction. You don't see the action. So, people just have a lot to say, and then they can't click a link, which take 5 seconds, to say what they need to say or how they feel. It's crazy. And that's why I blocked her, and she's going to stay blocked. And that's my channel, my house. And that's what I choose to do, because I don't need all the comments and disrespect. That and the third. You don't come in people's house and do what you want to do. You don't want nobody to come in your house and do. I can't come in Eagle's house and just put my foot up on the table. Where's my drink? You can't do that. That's crazy.
That's it. Well, let me do this then. Since I have allowed Sparkle on my channel to share her side of the story, if any of you content creators out there that have issues or grievances with Sparkle, um, I am more than welcome to allow you to come and tell your side of the story to give your side. Because Sparkle is giving me her side that is truth on her part. And if you all out there is watching this and say that is not true, Sparkle is not being true about this or truthful about that, I am willing to allow you, uh, as the content creator or subscriber, to come and tell your side. Um, I try to be fair with everybody. So if anybody wants to do that, that's my email address. You can hit me up at Eagle Soaring High, Eagle Soaring High 584 at gmail.com. If you're watching this and you've seen it and you're saying that she ain't truthful about this, but you want to tell your side of, tell your truth, I am willing to open up my channel, open up my platform, and allow you to come and tell your side so that it can be fair. If you would like to do that, you can hit me up at Eagle Soaring High 584 at gmail.com. That's my email address. With Sparkle, this has been great. I hope that this has been enjoyable for you. Let's see.
Back on another page on my other phone. Yeah, I came back. Yeah, so that's definitely. Thank you, my Eagles.
You're so welcome. Would you
um,
like to have anything else to say before we get out of
no,
here?
that's all. If you guys come up in rebuttal or retaliate, not retaliate, rebuttal, or if you tell your version, please make sure it's as close to the truth as possible. Tell what I did, tell what you did, because don't try to make a narrative like, oh, it was all sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Because I can stand in my accountability. If the question is, can you? I can stand in my truths and in my you know stuff. I can stand in mine. Can you stand in yours? Is the question. So, but I love you. Thank you so much, my Eagles. Make sure you hit them up, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you, Associate. Thank you, Real Talk with Lady D, Miss Bug Butt, Sharon, all of my moderators, my contenders who are watching in the bushes. Even the ops who are watching in the bushes, ready to go back and report and screen record. Um, I just wish people would come up and be grown women, men and women as they say that they are, and address it. But like I said, I'm glad you opened this up. This is the floodgates that are now opened, and I hope you guys come up and be truthful. Yep, and then we can try to have a conversation, if possible. But I love you, Eagles. Thank you. We've been on for 3 hours, up on 2 hours. Oh my God.
Just to
Yeah, I thought it
Trevor
was three.
Trev, would you like to come up to
Hi,
have
my
something to say?
baby boy.
Actually,
Oh Lord.
if you could come up just for a few minutes and unapologetically, Mika, it can you come up? I'm gonna drop the link. Can you come up right quick? Because I want to say something to you. So if you can come up for a few minutes, I would appreciate it. Let me drop the link
Let me mute.
again.
I'm sorry. Let me say this to Mika. I don't know you. I know you're from Trees' camp, but I don't know, how far you go because I know she did call you weak and say that you sway a lot. So I don't know if you were coming up to address me or if you were coming up to just, give your opinion on things. But I am welcome and open to it because I don't know you, but I've been hearing your name a lot. So, and I just think that that's very distasteful to have somebody that you rock with say that you're weak. But this is the mindset of that narcissistic person, to say that somebody that they supposedly ride with is weak and it's just sad. But people see the mentality, and that person's mentality and reputation speaks for itself. So,
Okay, she was saying she actually came in, Sparkle, to be a support to me, and she says that she was coming up because I asked her to. So,
no, I don't know. I just kept hearing no shade to Mika. If you
oh,
pray you do come up, but I just want to let you be aware because I'm like, wow, like this person. Because Bonnie has said that that person doesn't give me energy. They don't have to give me energy. Once you talk about my family, who has nothing to do with YouTube, I'm going to give you energy every time and every panel I see you on. And it's not likely that I get to run into you because you don't stand in your so-called womanhood or accountability. So every panel I see you on is going to be an issue. I mean, and that's just what it's going to be. I don't, and maybe one day Eagles can fix it, but that person needs a lot of soul searching, and a lot of things, to answer for. But I'm just going to be quiet on that situation, and that's that. But oh, there she is. Hi, Mika. Hi, Trevor. Hi, my oldest baby boy. How are you?
you
Hi.
all can
Oh,
unmute yourself.
Hello, hey y'all. How are y'all doing tonight?
All right, all right. Thank you, Trevor Trev and unapologetically Mika for coming up.
All
Um,
you, all you have to call me is Mika. It's fine. You know you can call me Mika.
okay, let me see if Trev has something to say, and um, then I want to have a short conversation with you, sis. Is that okay?
no,
That's
I don't
fine.
have anything to
Okay,
say. Came I came quite late because I'm going to have to hit the replay.
okay. Well, I thank you, my brother, for even coming up. Can you see the chat, Trevor?
No,
Okay. Uh, you you have Gmail?
I do. Yes,
Okay. Can you see my email address
certainly can. I'm going to send you mine in the back
in the
chat.
private? Okay, that's good.
Absolutely,
And then I can write it down again because I don't know what I did with it.
no problem.
Okay. Oh, where is? Okay, there it is. Okay, can you put it in the private chat for me, Trevor, so I can reach out to you? Ah, okay. Thank you, thank you. Oh, Sparkle put it up in the private chat for me.
Yeah, is that it, Trevor? I don't know if that's it, Trevor. You got to look in your private. You got to hit your private thing and see if that's it, because I think that's it. He gave it to me. I
Okay,
just never.
I see it.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
see
it.
it. He put it
Um,
in the chat for me. Thank
yeah.
you, Sparkle and Trevor Chat. Okay, I really do appreciate your Sparkle. You can stay up if you like. Um, Trevor Trev, if you have nothing to say, you can stay up
All
if
right,
you
I'm gonna
like to.
drop down unless I need to come back up or if you want me to. I'm gonna drop down. But thank you so much. Thank you guys for coming up. Thank you guys for
Yes.
watching. Hit that like, comment, share, subscribe, and I hope to see some of you guys address some of this stuff and be truthful as you can be. All right, thank you guys. Love ya.
Love your
Uh,
Sparkle.
do you mind before you say what you
Hmm.
have to say to
Go
me,
ahead.
if I could respond to what Sparkle was saying?
Of
Uh,
course.
I'm far from weak, Sparkle. I have dealt with a whole bunch of stuff my whole life, which makes me a strong person. She can call me weak all day. That's why she got cussed out. But I am moving on with my content. Um, and I'm just pretty much going to focus on that. How she feels about me and the stuff that she says about me does not really matter because I know my own character. And clearly she doesn't, because I don't know. I really do feel betrayed, because
Mhm.
even after I was no longer a mod, I was still, um, still there for her. So
Okay.
I feel like I was stabbed in the back, but what else do I expect?
Right.
So,
Ooh, that's a rough pill to swallow, sis.
mhm.
It really is. And I do apologize at that you had to experience that.
Yeah, it's okay.
But one of the reasons why I wanted you to come up, because that that you are tired of the recapping and things, the analyzing of what took place. And I wanted you to know that um, though I'm fascinated with the whole story, you know what I mean. I really don't want to bring it up
Hmm.
too much. Um, I want you to know that I I apologize, because I know when we talked on Instagram,
Yeah.
you shared your heart with me, and I was like, oh my God, I don't want her to feel that way. Um, but I wanted you to know face to face that my interest in the story it has absolutely nothing to do with you about the story.
Hmm.
It's about the other players and the other things that's going on within the story
Right.
that I'm really trying to figure out um, what
Yeah, it is an
what's going
interesting
on.
story. Hmm.
And I really want you to know publicly that that I'm sorry that my interest at uh, hurt your feelings, made you feel
Yeah.
um, that type of way. So I wanted to publicly say to you that I am sorry about that.
Well, Eagles, you didn't have to do a public apology. We've already talked about it in the chat, and
Absolutely.
it's just, um, I don't know. I've been dealing with this. I feel like I've been blackballed for the last couple of
Hmm.
years because of the whole investigation. And
Right.
out of everyone, I get the most heat from it,
I
from
know.
inside. Yeah. And I just think it's really unfair. But you didn't have to do a public apology. I appreciate
You
you.
know, I cannot, honestly, I can't be on here saying to other content creators that uh, to keep the peace, that they need to apologize, and I don't do it. And then, some there are many times where when something like that happens, it becomes heavy on my heart, and God begins to minister to me and tell me, well, I know that the situation, you wasn't trying to hurt or offend a person, but
Right.
because you need to go and get that straight. And for me to come and apologize is my way of getting it straight and putting things in order so that I can stay
Understood.
in good with God and keep going down the path that I need to go down. Uh, so that's why I did it. But I do want to hit you up in Instagram, because I have a few questions that
Sure.
maybe you can answer for me
Sure. I
about
don't
it.
mind one. Whatever
So
questions you have, I'm actually really open. And
I
I would
know.
love if people would come ask me questions. I will tell them truthfully anything they want to know. So, just hit me up. I'm just literally walking in the door because it was my grandson's
Absolutely.
birthday today. So,
Okay.
uh, I'm just getting home. But yeah, you can message me. That's fine.
I will message you later
Okay.
about it.
Alrighty. Thank
All
you
right.
again, Eagles.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. And I loved your live the other night.
Sorry about all the,
Oh no,
bad language.
ain't no judgment here, sis. Ain't no judgment or condemnation. I understand.
Mhm.
It's just like with Sparkle, things happen, and people get reach a point where they're fed up and
Mhm.
they strike back to defend themselves. So I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. I understand it all.
Thank
So
you.
you're
All right.
welcome.
I'm gonna go because I'm really funny about these panels. It makes me
I
nervous
know. I
to
know.
come up in.
I
I'm really
know.
nervous. But yeah, anything you want to know, message me. I'll be
I
glad to
will.
talk. Alrighty.
All
Good
right.
night,
Thank
Eagles.
you for coming up, sis.
Uh-huh. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. All right, everyone. Everyone. Does anybody else want to come up before we get ready to get up off of here? Thank you all for being respectful and friendly to one another. I really appreciate it. Trevor, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to reach out to you later on tonight. Um, Again, I want to thank Sharon Sellers and Karma for coming and Real Talk with Lady D. That is my sister. Go by, stop by, and check out my sister Real Talk with Lady D. Her channel is amazing. Also, go by and check out Unapologetic Mika's channel. Go and check her out and subscribe to her channel. Associate Minister, I want to thank you. My moderator, Karma, my moderator. I know you all are gone. I love Bonnie. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Your support means the world to me. Thinking 247, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. The support means a lot to me that you all came back. Uh, let's see. Miss Bugs, thank you for coming, my sister. It's always a pleasure to see you when you come in. Thank you for your support, sis. I hope, but probably things probably have not changed for a lot of you in the chat, but I do appreciate you. I love you. I value your support. You are great. Also, stop by Sparkle's channel if you will and show her some support. And we're just about to get out of here. Thank you again for your patience, for StreamYard acting up and buffering and kicking me out my own house. This was really funny. Thank you, Unapologetic Mika, for coming up and showing me some support, sis. I appreciate you. Thank you, Karma, for putting Unapologetic Mika's channel in the chat. I appreciate you all. As I said earlier, I want you all to look forward to my first channel, Eagle Soaring High Channel 1. I got something special that I'm getting ready to do. You welcome, sis. You welcome. That I'm getting ready to do. I shared with you all earlier about the thing that I'm going to do on my first channel, Eagle Soaring High Channel 1, where I'm going to be honoring and saluting some of you content creators and subscribers. You will never know when your day is going to come up to be honored and saluted by me. It's just my way of giving you your flowers while you are awake. So I want you all to look forward to that for my first channel. I want you to subscribe if you have not to Eagle Soaring High Channel 1. And my channel, my second channel, Eagle Soaring High Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles. I got some great things coming up on this channel, some more things coming up on this channel that I pray that you all are going to enjoy and be blessed by. I'm going to be reaching out to other content creators, and also, again, I thank you all for coming by. And if anybody that's watching that has any grievance with Sparkle, any issues that you all have with her, that you might want to come up and tell your side of the story, and tell your truth, you can reach me at eaglesoaringhigh584@gmail.com. And I will be more than happy to open up my channel, my page, for you to come up here to tell your side. Well, we're getting ready to get up over here. I thank all of you for coming out to share this time and coming out to the nest with me, to hang out with me. Thank you all again. Unapologetic Mika and Karma, Associate Minister, Miss Bugs, I Love Bonnie, Thinking 247, Real Talk with Lady D, and all of you, Trevor Trev, thank you for coming out. And until the next time, this is the Eagle Soaring High Channel 2 Fireside Chat with Eagles. Let's talk with Eagles. Broadcast. I am your host, Minister Antoine Williams, aka Eagle Soaring High. So until the next time, may God bless you, may God keep you, and may his love forever shine upon you. Be blessed and safe, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And until the next time, stay in the arms of the Master, and everything will be all right. God bless you, and God keep you. I'll see you in the next one. Much love to all of you. Bye for now. Let me end.